Some of y'all are just a little bit too nosy, but looking for y'all like oversharing. So here are the most commonly questions I get asked in one video. Let's just get this out of the way. Am I a midnight ballerina? No, I am not. I have said it once and I will say it again. There's not enough money in the world that you could pay me to be nice to men. To be that nice to men, you couldn't pay me to do that. I respect the hell out of midnight ballerinas. I know it is just tough, hard work. But no, I work for two dance/fitness studios and I kind of like it that way. So this one I get asked a lot, how much weight have I lost and how long did it take? The answer is complicated. Simple answer, I say I lost over 80 pounds and it took me 5 years. That is long story short. Short story long, I lost 75 pounds in 3 months. I did it in the most unhealthy way. I don't recommend because of course I gained it all back. Every single last pound that I lost in the most unhealthy way, I gained back. And then I spent the next 3 years struggling with my weight. I lost, I gained, I lost, I gained. And it wasn't until 2018, 2019, I was like, I'm really sick of this. I've tried just about everything. Nothing is working. Of course, I wasn't consistent. Of course, again, I was doing it in the most unhealthy way. And then that's when I just turned to diet and exercise. And lo and behold, 80 pounds came off in the next couple of years. So losing the weight, it took me maybe 3 to 4 years. Working on my body recomp took me about 2 years. And I'm really happy with where I am now. Am I single? Yes, I am. I don't know why that's a question. I say it damn near every day that I'm single as a Pringle. I was married. I was married for 8 years. But yes, I am very much single. Every so often, I will get asked about my ex who ended up being a narcissist, which is one of the reasons why I started this account. I needed an outlet. I wanted to find like-minded people. I wanted to kind of find my community. It was a very long and painful breakup. But I'm happy to say that after 12 months of, standing firm, we are officially no contact. Of course, he tried to get in touch with me. Of course, he tried to rekindle things. Of course, he tried to, bring me back in. But I was done. Like when I was done, I was done. That was one of the most painful experiences I went through. And I never regret the love I give someone or show someone because I just know that person needed it more than I did. But no, I am done. I am happy. I am so happy to say that it's finally been a full year of no birthday text and, what would have been our anniversary or like holidays or whatever. Like, I think after over a year of standing on business and standing firm and saying, I'm just really not interested in this, he finally got the hint. So yeah, sending love to all the baddies dealing with that. It is not fun. I get asked a lot about my journey. So I never really know if it's like my dance journey. Because if I post a video of like me in heels or me on the pole, they'll be like, oh, tell me about your journey. I don't know if y'all meant my pole journey or my dance journey. I started dancing at the age of 6 at Stereo Stars in Maywood, Illinois. Shout out. But yeah, I've done just about everything. I've done tap ballet. I've done jazz. And although I never like dance consistently, I've danced in ensembles, I've danced in high school. So I've always been a fan of movement. Like even when I wasn't, like teaching at a dance studio, I still love to dance. Like it's just always been in me. But if the question is about my pole journey, when I got divorced, I moved back to Orlando alone. I mean, I had no one. And so I just kind of poured myself back into my health and wellness. I ended up working at Foxy as a Zumba instructor. They also taught pole there. They had just, so many different great things. Tamika is such a great owner, coach, just like hype woman, everything. So I kind of leaned in and just embraced everything that Foxy had to offer. And pole was one of the modalities of dance that they had. And I fell in love with it. So yeah, I never really like sought out a pole studio. It was just there and it was offered. And I fell in love with it because I'm like, wow, this is fun. And it's challenging, but also fun. Okay, this one is actually pretty funny. Why do you stress that you lost the weight naturally? I stress that I lost the weight naturally, one, because I did. Because I did. That was all me. I stress that I lost the weight naturally. Two, because I've tried everything the wrong way. I've tried the shots and the shakes and the diet pills and the, diets and the military this and the crash that and the avocado and the cottage cheese. I stress that I lost the weight naturally because I've done everything the wrong way and it did not work. I stress that I lost the weight naturally because I know what it feels like to want something so badly but not have hope, to not have hope or trust in yourself that you can do it because you think that you are so far gone. I stress that I lost the weight naturally because it can be done. I am no one special. I do not have a perfect diet. I do not have the perfect, fitness or wellness routine. I am just someone who refused to give up on myself. I stress that I lost the weight naturally because it can be done. naturally. And I am not a medical professional. I'm a personal trainer. I am a group fitness instructor. I'm a Pilates instructor. I'm a dance teacher. I'm not a medical professional. Do what works best for you and your doctor. If they put you on GLP-1s because you need that, do what works best for you. If you are on, some special microbiotic diet, do what works best for you. I stress that I lost the weight naturally because it can be done with pre-diabetes and high blood pressure and this type of sugar and that type of sugar. I had so many things that ailed me, and I stress that I lost the weight naturally because I overcame it. So if I may, for a second, unpop my collar because I did that. Next, I get asked a lot why I became a personal trainer. And I think I get asked that because I don't take on a lot of clients. So I'll answer it in two parts. I became a personal trainer because I remember a time where I couldn't comfortably sit on the floor and cross my legs. And then I remember signing up for a big box gym. And the first thing they had me do was like push-ups and squats and all this other stuff. And I'm like looking at them like, are you kidding me? So I became a personal trainer because I wanted to insert my human. I wanted to insert my lived experience of knowing that different bodies function different ways. And just because, you work at this big box gym and this is the training plan that they have for everyone doesn't mean that it's the training plan for me. I know that wellness and progress looks different on every body. And I got so tired of these cookie cutter programs that were like generic and copy and pasted. I got tired of the people who were in it for the money. Obviously, I don't do it for the money, which is also another reason why I don't take on very many clients. I don't take on many clients because I know my capacity. I know what I can and can't handle. Do I want to integrate more like group training and group fitness? Yes, that is something that I'm looking into in 2026. But at the time, I'm one person and I don't want to give someone subpar care. Like I would never want to be someone's trainer and take on a client if I couldn't put my heart and soul into it, because I know that that's what I needed and that's not what I got. So I became a personal trainer to be the trainer I wish I had. So all you people who've been asking to train with me, when I finally open up slots in 2026, know that it is a commitment and know that I put my whole heart and soul into my clients. Last but not least, I get asked this question so much. Sometimes people are more curious about this than how much weight I lost. And I get it. People ask me how I stay motivated. I'm disciplined. So during the time I committed to losing the weight naturally was when I was just going through so much. And I always had a therapist, but I switched therapists and I started taking my mental health very, very seriously. There are times where I kept promises to other people, but I would be okay disappointing myself. I really had no accountability when it came to myself because I'm like, it's just me. I can let myself down. And I had to really ask myself, why am I okay letting myself down? Why am I okay breaking promises to myself? But like, I wouldn't dare break a promise to someone else. And that's when I realized that like self-care for me, not for anybody else, but for me, self-care isn't, bubble baths and going for hot girl walks. Like, yes, I do all those things, but self-care is keeping the promises I make to myself. Self-care is knowing that I am worth the effort it takes to achieve a goal. And yes, it is hard to stay disciplined, but I tell people this all the time. You can do hard things. I have to remind myself constantly that I am worth the effort it takes to stay disciplined. So yeah, really working on my mental health helped me realize that self-love for me looks different. And discipline is the highest form of self-love to me. Hope that helps.